The Greater Vancouver Chamber has stood as a pillar of support, dedication, and empowerment. We work to offer visibility and resources to organizations that continue to shape the vibrant fabric of Clark County and surrounding region. We're not just celebrating businesses, we're celebrating dreams, ambition, and the relentless spirit of our community. The Business and Leadership Awards recognize the everyday visionaries who push boundaries, who inspire, and who pave the way for others. It's an honor to celebrate such outstanding achievements. We want to thank our presenting sponsor, Riverview Bank, for recognizing the importance of business vitality across our community through their generous support and sponsorship of the 2023 Business and Leadership Awards presentation. A century ago, a group of Camas residents decided they wanted a local place they could bank and that could also offer mortgages. They realized home ownership meant deep roots in the community, and Riverview has been planted in Camas for the 100 years since. Today, Riverview's branch network stretches from Ridgefield in the north, south beyond Salem, and east to Goldendale. And being the only bank headquartered in Southwest Washington means decisions about investment in our community are made right here. Riverview has always been about relationships with people just like you. They understand people expect innovative banking tools, but they also want to be recognized when they walk into the branch or run into staff while with family at the market. They believe those team members are their secret sauce. Surveys and client feedback show time and again, Riverview's 250 employees are simply passionate about service. And Riverview gives back, with 105 organizations supported through their investment in community giving, $270,000 invested with local nonprofits, and 32 regional board and committee positions held by Riverview team members. Riverview has built its reputation on solid leadership at every level of their organization. They believe every individual can be a leader in their workplace and in our community. Riverview sponsors the Greater Vancouver Chamber's Business and Leadership Awards because they're fully invested in amplifying leadership values for everyone. The Business and Leadership Awards celebrates the accomplishments and hard work of businesses and individuals in 5 categories: Startup to Watch, Small Business, Large Business, Statesperson, and First Citizen. Kicking off tonight's awards are Startups to Watch. This distinction is given to business in its formative first 5 years, showcasing tenacity, vision, and outstanding business insight. To announce the finalists and introduce us to the Startup to Watch, Northwest Natural's Nelson Holmberg.
So Northwest Natural is a natural gas distribution company that delivers natural gas primarily to industrial, commercial, and residential customers. We've been serving Clark County for 108 years. Just being a part of our community is important to us, and startups are a critical part of the community. That's why our partnership with the Greater Vancouver Chamber is so critical to us. With that partnership comes our responsibility and our opportunity to be the sponsor of the Startup to Watch Award. And the nominees for the Startup to Watch Award are Skin by Lovely, Square Care Medical and Pharmacy, and OMW Market. And the recipient of the Startup to Watch Award is OMW Market.
OMW Market stands for On My Way. We created this market because we wanted it to be an easy place to get in and out of.
We designed this differently than other markets, grocery stores, where you can get to everything very quickly. There's going to be 1 or 2 of things, and we've already curated those to know that they're going to be good quality and things that we use at home. We've taken a lot of feedback from the community to add things that they were looking for as well.
Being a startup, it's a slog for the first couple of years, and so to have that recognition from business members in the community feels wonderful.
We've been to business after hours, we've been to the chamber events over the Christmas holidays, and just really have a nice business community in Vancouver that we love to be a part of.
Our next category showcases small businesses that have showcased remarkable growth, maintained a team of fewer than 25, and uphold exemplary business standards. To introduce tonight's finalists and announce this year's Small Business of the Year Award, please welcome from Hapo Community Credit Union, Alaire Hall.
At Hapo Community Credit Union, we take a lot of pride in being able to serve the communities that we live and work in. That extends farther than financial services. We believe in fostering growth, uplifting our neighbors, and supporting our dreamers. Being able to present the award to the Small Business Award winner tonight is more than just presenting an award. It's our commitment to supporting our community and uplifting those that are the backbone of our local economy. And the nominees for the Small Business Award are Bounce and Battle, When the Shoe Fits, and A&C Movers. And the recipient of this year's Small Business Award is When the Shoe Fits.
Our staff was the key to our success. What we do can't be duplicated really online, so knowing how to take care of different problems with feet. We know exactly what should work and what will work. You genuinely see the good that you can put into people's lives when they come back and say, oh my gosh, I was able to go to my son's wedding in Greece and walk cobblestones. We've got a great community of businesses to be included and recognized amongst that group. It's an honor. Being a member of the Chamber has always given us a sense of community. It's really valuable to have people that you can fall back on and learn from. Good job, Chamber. Thank you.
Next, the Large Business Award offers recognition to organizations that not only exhibit significant growth in market share or sales, but also contribute to our community by creating new jobs and giving back in meaningful ways. These commendable businesses have a team of more than 25 employees. To introduce the finalists and the recipient of the Large Business of the Year, please welcome from Perkins & Co., Blake Seba.
So the Large Business Award is important for Perkins & Company because we're a local public accounting firm serving Portland and Southwest Washington. I work closely with a lot of the family businesses in the area to help them navigate the complexity of the tax landscape and help them achieve their financial goals and succeed in their legacy of perpetuating their business. We've taken companies from startup to exit, and seeing their growth is something that we get really excited about. The nominees for this year's Large Business Award are Red Dog Fabrication, McKay's Pasito, and Orchard's Grocery Outlet. And the winner of the Large Business Award is Orchard's Grocery Outlet.
We specialize in closeout products. We get great deals that our buyers find on brand products. You can get 50, 60, 70% off normal retail pricing. And we also specialize in what we call natural, organic, specialty health. It means a lot to be nominated by our peers. We do a lot of work with nonprofits, and there are a lot of needy families in our community. The Food Bank, Share Vancouver, they want to come where they're going to get the value and they're going to get the customer service. Part of our mission here to give back to the community, and this is one way we do it.
Being a member of the Chamber of Commerce, it's that connection that you get making the community a better community. Other folks are doing business with us in the Chamber of Commerce, noticing that's what we do, and nominating us for this award. It means a lot, it feels good. Well, muchísimas gracias por esa nominación y por favor, vengan a comprar a su tienda Grocery Outlet aquí en Orchards.
Our fourth award celebrates an individual who collaborates to make their community stronger and fosters a business-conducive atmosphere. The Statesperson Award pays tribute to an elected official who skillfully manages the interests of both local businesses and community needs. This award commemorates the legacy of Bill Fromhold, who not only served as Greater Vancouver Chamber President CEO, but also represented the 49th Legislative District in the Washington State House of Representatives. To tell us about our finalists and introduce us to the recipient of this year's Statesperson of the Year Award, please welcome from Pacific Source Health Plans, Kelsey Marciniak.
Here at Pacific Source, we are a local community health plan who enjoy servicing our members with insurance needs, whether that's individual, group, or Medicare. Sponsoring the Statesperson Award is a great fit for Pacific Source. It allows us to acknowledge the individuals that put in the work and effort to help businesses succeed. The nominees for this year's Statesperson Award are Congresswoman Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez and Battleground Mayor Philip Johnson. And the recipient of this year's Statesperson Award is Mayor Philip Johnson.
I moved here in 2004 after serving a career in the Army. It's the longest I've ever lived anywhere. But I stopped and talked to every business. These people are important. They've staked their life on their businesses. They all have employees here too. They have a stake in the community. Any community I've lived in over the years that's had a strong chamber presence, you can see it in the health of the businesses. There is someone backing them up that is speaking for them, whether it's down in Vancouver at the county, here in City Hall, or even in Olympia. It is an honor to be nominated for this award and someone think, oh well, that boy has actually done something up there. It is a big deal to me.
Our final presentation introduces the 2023 First Citizen, or should I say First Citizens. Since 1939, this award has celebrated esteemed community members, consistently spotlighting exceptional individuals who, through their business ventures, volunteerism, and generous contributions, have profoundly enriched the lives of those in Southwest Washington. For the second consecutive year, the Greater Vancouver Chamber is honored to host this award, and we're thrilled to have Sean Gregory from Peace Health Columbia Networks, this year's First Citizen Award sponsor, to introduce us to this year's honorees.
Peace Health is the largest healthcare provider here in Southwest Washington. In fact, we provide the majority of healthcare here in Southwest Washington. And because of that, before we get into the formal remarks, I do want to say thank you to everybody in our community, our colleagues, and the whole medical community across Southwest Washington for getting through and working together over the last 3+ years through the pandemic. We appreciate everybody's patience with changing rules and requirements. Thank you for your grace. We appreciate that. And it's not by accident that we also want to celebrate the First Citizens Award. 160 years ago, the first hospital in the Pacific Northwest was founded by Mother Joseph. She collected money from everybody that was at Fort Vancouver and the surrounding areas at the time. She organized people, she brought in clinical experts, and 160 years later, we carry on her mission. And that is exactly what this award's about. So we are thrilled to recognize 2 people that carry that type of leadership forward here in our community. And those 2 people are Kim and Lisa Capilotto.
We're incredibly humbled by this.
Extremely honored.
Yeah. I actually had moved to Italy right after high school, and when I came back, I needed a job. I had sold my car, my entire asset base. I needed a place that was close enough to walk to, and there was a bank on the top of the hill up in West Seattle, and they hired me that afternoon. And in fact, that's where I met my wife.
We both were absolutely the youngest in the branch by probably at least 30 years. It turned into just a beautiful relationship.
Fast forward lots of years. I'd been contacted by someone that I'd worked with up in the Seattle area to come down and work at a bank down here. It was almost surreal, the community that we moved into, right? This Southwest Washington community, because everyone was so nice and everyone was incredibly welcoming.
But you also see just how everyone is so dedicated to making sure that programs within our community are helping those within our community.
At one point, I decided that I wanted to try something different other than banking. So I was very fortunate to have been contacted by the board of directors of the Greater Vancouver Chamber. They sent a bunch of super powerful people to talk to me about coming and working for the Chamber. I said, yeah, I'll come and do it for 90 days and then kind of give you a written report of what I would change. I stayed for 25 months, a little over 2 years, and it was possibly one of the best work situations I've ever had in my life. Then I was contacted by Riverview, and I was there for about almost 12 years. I was honored to be involved with lots of nonprofits over the last 20 years. More than 30 boards and advisory committees. I've emceed literally hundreds of events, and we've raised millions of dollars between Lisa's community activities and mine. Many of the events, like the Northwest Association for Blind Athletes, Billy Henry's organization, and SHARE, we have watched those entities explode through the support of folks in this community. After I left banking, and I really did want to retire. My intention was to retire. I evidently was the only one that thought that was a good idea. So I was immediately contacted by the folks at the Lighthouse Financial Foundation. I'm very, very excited to be leading that organization. And Lighthouse does a lot of really, really good things and has an incredible group of supporters in this community as well.
I was always taught that you roll up your shirt sleeves and you get in there and you help to get the job done. So when I became a stay-at-home mom, it was important for me to get involved with whatever my children were doing. Once I rejoined the workforce and realized that I could actually get paid for what I was volunteering my time for, I figured that, okay, I had great experience doing what it was that they wanted me to do over at Westby Associates. My very first client working at Westby Associates was CDM Caregiving Services, and it was the very same year that my mother-in-law was diagnosed with dementia. We were able to utilize resources and just advice at CDM on how to help us navigate life with Mom. So throughout the years of being a consultant for numerous nonprofits in the area and in the region, my love kept going back towards this one organization, and when it became time for them to bring development in-house, it was decided that would be a good route for me to go down. That particular organization is still slightly an underdog in that people don't normally know about it until you need those services. So the fact that I can get in there, make a difference, and let people know about us is hugely rewarding for me.
I do remember vividly Billy Henry's face on the night that we raised almost $800,000. For the very first event, there was no script, there was no nothing. Billy and I made notes on a napkin, and we raised $8,000, and he was ecstatic. And frankly, Lisa and I and Mark Mathias bought 90% of everything that went that night. Mark and I have emceed Billy's events for the last several years, and we have consistently raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that is a true testament, again, to this community.
Thank you, Kim and Lisa, for your years of unwavering dedication to Clark County. We offer our heartfelt congratulations for this well-deserved and well-earned honor. As always, this year's awards have been truly uplifting. We've witnessed the bravery of our startups, the resilience of our large and small businesses, and the dedication of our statespeople. Kudos to all of our finalists, and heartfelt applause for each of our 2023 Business and Leadership Award recipients. We're proud to be a part of your success story in our vibrant region.